Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and you are watching 300 Days of Drawing, and I'm on day 281. Got a piping hot cactus drawing for you, and I hope you enjoyed the drawing process and hope you enjoy the banter. So let's begin, shall we? All right, I got a few little adjustments I got to do here with the window. I'm just trying to make sure I got all this kind of stuff situated correctly. And then I'm going to just go ahead and just go at it, right? So I think I got everything. Let's see here. Let's open the brush up. I think I got everything. Let's gonna see if I can shrink some of these windows. Oh, that's about as much as I can shrink it. And we're going to begin. Do I have the screen? Remove. There we go. We're going to edit the stream. Okay, we're live. Yep, we're live. Okay, here we go. And let's begin. Starting now with the time lapse button. Now, in order, I got to press the G button to kind of get the. Let's see here. There we go. We're going to use this color. No, that's too bright. Let's do something. Let's do like a dark tone like that. We'll do that. And we're going to do the background shape using circles today. Yeah, circles. Yes, circles. What I want to do in the future is I'm probably going to start doing like I'm going to start doing like triangles. Maybe I'll have to make a brush for this where I can make like a brush that creates like random triangle shapes or random circle shapes, so I can kind of speed up this process. You know, I'm going to look into that. That's something I'm going to look into doing in the future. I have some really cool ideas or ideas that I want to pursue, and it's going to involve me creating some brushes. But right now, what I've been doing is just creating these circle background like shapes, and then using that to kind of create a dynamic background shape for my cactus drawing here. Yeah, that's it for the cactus drawing. I don't really have much to say other than I try to do one each day, and whenever I miss one, I have to kind of relegate it or delegate it towards my live stream. I have some pretty cool ideas I want to develop in the future regarding this live stream. I think I was really thinking about like what's the format? What if I had like a set thing that I do, and I've been trying to kind of navigate through that process for a long time, actually, like for a really long time. I've been trying to navigate what like what I do each day. And I know I want to have a day where I have like what would you call it? Like what would that day be? I would like to have a day where I do a cactus. I want to have a day where I work on my comic. I think the way it's going right now is I can't necessarily work on my comic each day because I want to have some source materials, and a lot of that. In order to do that, my comic book, I really am starting to think that I'm going to need a lot more. I'm going to need to develop references, and some of those references are going to involve me doing some research or creating little scenes and photographing those scenes for the comic book. And so that's why I think in the future I can only do like that's why I think for my comic book I can only work on it once a day. Um, I have some ideas about drawing Pokemon. I used to draw Pokemon like casually back in the day, and I enjoyed doing it. And I don't know how it's going to kind of work, but I have some ideas about drawing Pokemon during my live. So I'm thinking like having some set days to do everything. So like maybe a day where I do Pokemon, a day where I do one cactus, a day where I work on my comic strip, and then another day that I will work on, like where I do some practice, like figure studies, because I know I want to practice drawing the figure and improve upon my ability to draw the figure, either in the most rudimentary of scale or rudimentary of techniques. So I think we're getting done with this background. I kind of like the simple color here, doing some dark purples, and I mean reds, something like that. Maybe do like a, there we go. And then for good measure, let's add some hot pink in there. We got to have some hot pink. And then maybe not like that. Maybe something like this. Like a, yeah, and then maybe a hot pink right here. And then some really dark tones right here. Maybe add some black somewhere. I don't know. Oops. I shrunk the image. Oh, no, we leave it like that. That's fine. We'll leave it like that and we'll just go ahead with from there. All right, so that's done. Remove that. Let's work on the cactus. Really just go as fast as you can with this cactus. So I have some ideas. It's taken me forever to really come up with a template, like a working template. My only concern is that if I'm drawing a comic once a week for like 30 minutes at a time, that comic is going to go so slow. So I got to figure out how I can get that comic to go quicker outside of these live streams. So I'm just going to do a cactus today, really simple one. The simpler the better. Woo! Yeah, the simpler the better. I don't like to overthink them. Um, that face is driving me nuts. Like that. Just keep it simple. Nothing too fancy. I don't really like to go too fancy with these cactuses. They're just kind of like, you got to kind of. I like to keep them. I like to keep them as like I like to think of them like a what's the phrase? Something about a grain of salt. I like to only, I don't know, whatever that phrase is. It's something about the, I don't, it escapes me at this moment. It escapes me that phrase where you're talking about uh, a grain of salt. I don't really know. It's driving me now. What's going to happen is after the live stream, I'm going to walk downstairs. I'm going to know exactly that turn of phrase. Is it a turn of phrase or current or catchphrase? I don't know. Anyways, I'm sounding really, really bad right now. It's all right though. It's all right. We're all human. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We're all fallible. Press B. Whoa, that's way too big. We're just going to go through this as quickly as possible. In the most literal of sense. Don't want to focus too hard on it. Don't want to hold the drawing in in this like in this state of like where you don't want to, you want to hold it to it, like keep it with a grain of salt, or I don't know, like really not worry about it. And you just want to kind of be very simple and easy, relax, don't focus. There we go. Just kind of move some of these colors, or remove some of this stuff to add like a little bit of agitation. I like having my pot kind of become like a little bit more. I've been having them become less square and more like chipped and organic as I've been doing more and more of these. Now time to do the sand. I really just kind of press this and just kind of pick a color real quick. I'm gonna go over it and we're just gonna erase it using the erasing tool here. Just gonna remove. Not too worried about whether or not this is perfect. Actually, I am getting a little bit OCD. Let's kind of Go up like this, remove some of these areas here, clean it up just like that. There you go. There you go. You just want to remove all this stuff here. Okay, we're good. Now, press B. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get that green tone in there. Not worrying about whether or not I'm inside the lines. The sloppier, the better with these. Um, it just makes everything easy if I'm not perfect with them. That way, I'm not really, whoopsie daisy. All right, good. You know, I kind of like putting that face on there. I might leave a face on there for fun, or maybe put a face on the. Oh, great! Wrong layer. I did the. I put the I put the green on the sand layer, and that's no good. We don't want that. I wonder if I should put a face on there. You might do that. I might start doing that. Just starting putting weird faces on my cactuses. There we go. That looks good. We'll leave it like that. Take the line work out of there, put that, and put the background there. And there we go. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. We're gonna go ahead and this whole thing, the sand pot, it needs to be a different color than the background. So we might need to make it a little bit like a different brown, because I need it to be separate. I need it to be less red than those circles so it separates visually. Um, and what I might do for the background is use a darker tone. There we go. Simply because I probably need that separation. That green was a little bit too bright. It'd be too similar. Even though I kind of like it. Let's go back. I do like that color though. We're gonna leave it like that for now, and then maybe we'll go back to it and change it if I feel that it interrupts with the color scheme. All right. Now here we go. Let's get to it like this, and we're just gonna go really quick, not really worrying, just kind of scumble this over here, and then this is what I kind of do. I just kind of mess around here and everything. It's really simple. Trying to get, I like to get these cactuses done in like 30 minutes. So I'm about halfway done. You know, I'm not halfway done, but I'm getting there. There we go. Just kind of scumble things up. This is actually a different color than I'm used to. I normally use like a more of an orangish or orangish red pot, but I'm going a different route today. We're doing it different. We're keeping it real today. We're going to be going at a different color and everything. So this is kind of a more of a, like, it's a different colored pot, and that's fine too. Kind of. All right, add some more color to this front side here. Maybe add a little bit of color right here. And I think I can kind of leave it like that. Maybe what I'll do is right here, I'll add a contour line. Maybe zoom in just a smidge. One thing I've been trying to avoid lately is zooming in. I find that when you're doing these drawings and you're always zooming in, there's this urge to zoom in, like there's this necessity to zoom in because you can now. I remember when, like, before, it was hard, like, to zoom in on on drawings like this. You had to, like, just get your face closer to the image. Now you can just zoom in as close you want and add details that are just kind of like, I would say we could argue that they might be wasteful. Like, why are you adding these details to your drawing? Like, they're not necessary. They're not necessary to it. They don't really enhance the drawing enough for. Oopsie. There we go. What about this? Oh, yeah. We're going to add some orange on the edges here. Yeah, we'll add some orange on the edge just to separate it a little bit. And I really do think I might need to darken it up. I don't know. We'll leave it like that. I don't know. I'm really on the rocks about how I feel about this, about everything on this one. Kind of, I'm iffy. I'm not really sure where I want it to go. I think all the colors are too similar. I have a weird, like, pet peeve about colors being too similar. I like them to be different in every area. So if, like, they're like similar in like overall hue or like tone, like this red is similar to the color of the cactus. Like, if you were to make it black and white, they'd be very, very similar. And I find that very for me, that's weird. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this. There we go. I find it really weird for me. It's like a pet peeve of mine. I don't know why, but I find it like I want my objects to be very separated through color, if that makes any sense, and I try my best to kind of separate them in whatever way I can. And if I can't, I get a little bit like jarred. Maybe add some of the green. We'll add some of the green on this. There we go. Something like that. Maybe a little bit of like a dark green. And I think that's it for the sand. Now time for the cactus. We're making good time. I think I'm on time to finishing around the 30-minute mark, and that's what I'm looking for, to get done with this around 30 minutes, and that's good. That's what you want, or that's what I'm looking for. I like to kind of keep it simple. I don't really like to get really elaborate with these. And I want them to be quick and efficient, really. I try to get them done as quickly as I can. I'm going to try putting a face on this one and see how I like it. We're going to do another layer after this and then put a face on it. And if I like it, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. No, I won't put a face on it. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel weird putting a face on it. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. I'll probably do one on a cactus that I do outside of a live stream where I can kind of have a little bit more time to kind of dial it in. Because if I do it on a live stream one, I can see myself getting a little too, um, just a little bit too, like overthinking it. I can see myself starting to overthink it and make more errors and all that kind of stuff. So I probably do a like put a like a cartoon face where I have a little bit more time to kind of like play around with the idea. I know it seems like a silly, trivial thing to kind of do, like, oh, it's easy to put a cartoon face, but for me, it's a big deal to make that kind of change to my drawings because I've done so many of them. I can't. I have a hard time breaking out of that this mold of how I've been doing my cactuses. And when I try to break out of it, I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. So I want to like maintain consistency. So there's a reason why I've been doing cactuses on days that I'm running behind or I don't have anything special going on with my drawing or no ideas. Um, it's familiarity. I'm very familiar with them, and because I've done so many of them, they're an easy thing to kind of just jump into doing. So I do those often, not because I particularly enjoy doing them. It's not like the a theme that I'm like really ecstatic about, but I'm very familiar with them and I know how to do them in this style consistently and if are not I wouldn't say efficiently, but consistent enough that I can kind of like not wing it, but definitely if I have a bad one, if I have a bad day, the drawing isn't gonna suffer as much. So that's one of the reasons why I do cactus drawings is I'm very familiar with how to do it in this manner, and it's nice to have that kind of like um, just consistency. You know, it's very nice to have a drawing um, to do a type of drawing that you're used to doing, and a lot that is a nice type of like just thing to have. So here you go, just kind of messing around here. You know, just having fun, not really worrying about whether this is the right choice to be doing it. Um, I could say that it's probably a little bit in a weird color area or a color funk, or maybe the way that I'm applying the textures isn't as it's a little bit different than I'm used to. And maybe I'm going to pursue that. So I'm kind of pursuing these more like blocky approach, like these blockier forms, because that's just how I kind of started doing it. And I'm going to kind of continue doing it for the rest of the drawing and see how I like it. And if I like it even more, I'll keep doing it. You know, I'll just keep adding these blockier forms, and that's fine. Kind of do something like this. Like that. Yeah, so this is kind of fun. Add more blockier shapes. This is a different way of me. This is a different approach. So I'm just trying something new and seeing how I like it. You know, and that's and now what I want to do is add a little bit of like maybe some red, some red here. You know, maybe add like a blockier red. And not even, I might not even blend it. I don't think I'm going to blend it. Maybe add some of the yellow too. That yellow in there, put some yellow here. Yeah, look at that. We'll leave it like that. And then I'm going to do another layer, and we're going to do something that might be fun to do. I'm going to zoom in here. And go. How about that? Is that too small? Or what about that? Why not, man? There we go. I might just leave it on there because it makes me feel weird doing that, you know? I might just leave that on there. Well, why not? We'll leave them on there because they're silly. Yeah, we'll start doing that. Let's see what happens. Let's see where this takes me. Like putting these like silly little faces. Like, what's the point? Like, okay, we'll leave it like that, and then we'll do another layer. We're gonna make sure that this layer is on top. I'm gonna label it faces and thorns, and then leave the faces like that. The thorns are gonna be right here using the hard edge, and we're gonna go ahead and do some thorns. Yeah. And we're going to put some thorns on there. So we're going to zoom out. Well, not going to zoom out. I think we'll leave it like that and just kind of add some thorns. Maybe I think they need to be darker than that. So add some thorns and be very sparing with them, I guess. I don't want them like over like whelming my face, my little faces that I've drawn on top of my cactus. So we're going to have a very open area for this. Why not? I this is really silly. This amuses me. So I might start doing more of these. Like I might just start adding faces on my cactuses because there's a certain level air of uneasiness. Like they make me feel weird. Like it feels like wrong to do that. Like like whenever you're doing art, you know, you ever have like an art teacher tell you that you shouldn't be doing something like that, you know? So if I feel like this is wrong, that means I probably should pursue more in that like vein. That means what that means to me, that means that I've been conditioned to like the art world of what art should be or what I should be doing. And so I'm going to put these silly faces on here, and who knows what comes of it, right? Um, it makes me feel awkward, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, and that feeling is a kind of like societal subconscious thing that I'm kind of getting out, And so I need to kind of forego those emotions and really pursue this. So I think I'm going to pursue this further and then see where it takes me. I think this might be something fun to do. And plus these faces are really bad looking. They're like purposely bad, and that I find so much humor out of drawing a face like that on top of these on top of these cactuses. Not that these cactus drawings are serious in the first place. These are definitely not serious drawings, right? They're not like these serious things. I mean, they're just kind of there. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to do multiples of these. You're going to see more and more faces popping up on my cactus drawings. I get some humor out of it. I really, I'm really liking doing these cactuses. Um, it's something about them allows me to kind of just have fun, and they're such an easy thing to do. Like there's no like there's the standards are so low that even if I do a bad version of one, I'm happy with them, you know? So even when there are like bad iterations, I still happen to do a decent one. So we got to go here. Now we got to go to the signature. So what day is it? So this is what we're going to do. One second. Almost done. I'm just trying to. Oh, let's see here. What's going on? I gotta check something. Delete layer, brush, 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 delete layer, brush tool, delete that layer, Control Alt N. I'm gonna zoom in here. New layer, T. P 21 number 126, I think. This is my 126th cactus drawing. Right? So this is my 126th cactus drawing. And it is day. What day is it? 281. There we go. Pretty good. Although I do think that text is a little large on the bottom there, but that's fine. That is day 281, 126 cactus drawings. This one's actually kind of fun. I don't mind the silly little faces on there. I think it kind of works, even though they're really awkward. So I think I might do more of these. I really do. What do you think? Do you think I should do these? Do you think I should put like silly little faces on my cactus drawings? If not, tell me. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. All right, let me turn this timer off here. And 3, 2, and 1. Mississippi. There we go. Just want to turn the time elapse off. and remove. All righty. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's live art stream. This is Pierson. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday night. And if you have not already, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. I very much appreciate it. And plus, when I start making certain milestones, that's when I start having more and more giveaways. And I haven't hit my milestone yet. So when I hit 200 followers on YouTube, that's when I'm going to have another giveaway. And when I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, I'll have another giveaway. So those are some of my small goals. I know that's kind of like small time. That's small time, but you know what? It's my way of saying I appreciate you. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers. Pierson out.